Since the age of 9, I've kind of known that I've been different from most people because it was kind of things that I had interest in, and since I've been young, I've always felt myself drawn more to girls than boys. Like when I was like in my childhood age of like 4 and 5, I'd always like play with girls mostly. I mean, I play with guys too, but it's mostly like just girls. And when I was 9, I went to all boys school, so the general interest at all boys schools was girls, rugby, sports, whatever. And I was totally not that interested in that. So for example, I was obsessed with like Britney Spears and like pop culture and, you know, like reading like glossy magazines, celebrity magazines. And that's when I kind of realized, okay, maybe I'm not the same as most people and maybe I am different. And at the time I really didn't know like the different like, you know, sexualities and stuff. I just knew that I was different from people. And also kind of like being bullied every day and like people ask me, are you gay or you're a girl? Kind of like, you know, kind of, yeah. I felt that I could finally express myself and be myself without people always like look at me weirdly and without me having to think like, okay, maybe I should stop doing that because they look at me as if I'm weird or, you know, and also I just felt like I could be myself and just finally after however many years, it wasn't like I felt like I was constantly hiding in the closet every day. It was just that like, there's just some things like, I remember in grade 5, I was dancing to like this Flow Rider song and I was having the time of my life and then boys like look at me weirdly and I stopped and I was like, ugh, maybe I shouldn't do that. So now it's like, I don't give a... It's not super shit, crap. And yeah, I can be myself and express myself how I want to. Yes, funny you should mention that. Last week, I was walking home from work and it was 7:30 at night and this guy came up behind me on a bicycle and then he started screaming things like, oh, are you a faggot? Are you gay? It just kind of scared me and he cycled away, but it's just like people who say that people choose to be gay or bisexual, I feel like that's rubbish because why would someone choose to be like physically and verbally assaulted for their sexuality? So yeah. I feel the most vulnerable when I'm in an area which I don't know and it's surrounded by men, which is quite shitty to say, but it's just that I honestly feel that sometimes females can be more understanding and more softer, but if you're like in an area with men of different like races and ages, then it's like often like, not saying all men are like this, but often some can be very like stubborn-minded and like very backwards in their thinking, and then it's like myself, I'm not like very muscular or like I won't be like want to like get into like a physical fight, but if it were to happen then it's like, you know, would I be able to defend myself? And yeah. Sadly for most people, they don't have lots of parental support. Like it's just something that not everyone has, so I find myself very lucky because I have like 3 mothers and 2 of them are lesbians, so it's like, you know, but it is very important because if you can't be yourself at home where you feel most comfortable generally, then it's like you can be open to your friends and all your, you know, people close to you and everyone who knows you, but then you have to carry on hiding yourself when you go home at night. So it's very important.
I feel most beautiful when I'm having a good time with friends and I'm out and I feel like I look good and just when I'm being myself, because then it's like, you know, this is me, this is the package, take it, leave it, I don't care. Yeah. Well, I feel like cis-het people can educate themselves, first of all, if they're not saying that they're not all educated, but if you aren't educated, then educate yourself and know things like it's not a choice, sexuality is not a choice. Know things like you can't use like offensive slurs. Know things like terms or sayings that you think are funny really can be quite rude. Like at school, the one term that always got to me was "that's so gay," because it paints being gay in such a negative light and manner, and it's like, yeah, so I think just educate yourself and just be opening. I mean, yeah. Just be yourself and just come out when you're ready. Do not allow anyone to force you to come out or to be who you are, because then you're doing it for them and not yourself. And do it for yourself and do it because you want to be happy and fulfilled, and just make sure you're ready, because when you come out, it's really great, but there are times when it's like, it's really crap, and there are instances where it's like shit, you know. But just just come at your own time and just be yourself and just make sure you're ready and you prepared, because it's not always gonna be like a sunny day.
Thank you.